Remember, I'm telling you this. Remember, I am telling you this. Remember, I am telling you this. Remember. Remember that you understand what I'm saying to you. Remember this name. Remember, and I've alluded to it before, and I've said it before, and you might not have caught it. You might not have recognized it. You might not have thought, oh, okay. No, 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 no. Tiffany Henyard is going to be the best story ever. You don't know her. We'll get to this. I want to apologize to you. I want to apologize to you and every one of you fine members of the conspiratorium, the clerisy. I want to apologize for not making her front and center. You will never in your life feel a level of amazement, an absolute shock to your system when you understand what Tiffany Henyard, the mayor and I believe the township supervisor of this Dalton, Dolton, Illinois, you have no earthly idea. I'm just going to set that today commences my foray into this world. It begins my look into this. Let me just tell you again, do me a favor. I'm going to write this name down, okay? And this is one, if you're bored, if you are, what I do is, this is so terrible. Sometimes whenever I am anywhere and I just want to kill some time, especially my favorite place is at a TJ Maxx, any place that has the furniture division where Mrs. L can, please, I said, go enjoy yourself. I'll be over here with the rest of the husbands, right? And we call them, please forgive me, the asshole chair, because that's what you do. You sit there with a bunch of these men, and we sit, and it's okay. And I pull out my phone. Do not use those earbuds, earpods, ear things. That's radiation. I'm sorry. Always have a landline. Always have some kind of a wire. Please, just do yourself a favor. Just please, I beg you. Not for me, but for you. And I listen to Tiffany Henyard speak, and I am off on another planet, another world, another parallel universe. We're going to get to this news. I just want to tell you, this morning I started off because the noose is tightening. If you don't know who it is, and I don't blame you, because for some reason, I don't know, she is an African American mayor. She calls herself a super mayor. Imagine somebody, if I directed a movie, okay, and I said, I want you to understand this. We're going to be doing the Tiffany Henyard story, and I was the director, and I'm talking to the actress, whoever plays her. I'm going to say, first, I want you have to get her, the speech, the pattern, the patois, priceless. That's all I will say. That's all I will say. Okay? I know you got to be very careful. People will say you're being racist. No. I have an ear for languages, and I love certain. There's a you've probably seen this woman. She's this comedian. Hey y'all, my husband, I don't know what her name is, but she'll pop up every now and then. She walks around. She's kind of funny for like 5 minutes. My kids are so stupid. They don't, she kind of has she's a white lady, but doing this kind of voice like that. She talks like that. That's her thing. Paula Deen, hey y'all. That's her thing. When we have this African American version of a patois, call it urban. I can tell you there's urban, There's New York, a New York, Bronx. Oh, take that, mix into it kind of a little bit of Latino. And I'm telling you, I know where we're talking about. I love accents. Let me go back. Tiffany Henyard, you will not believe this was presented to you by God as by far the most entertaining. So first, it is her affect. Affect is psych talk for how she behaves. Fani Willis, AOC, Nancy Pelosi, nobody, but nobody in office can get near her. Do you understand what I'm saying? Good. Very good. She calls herself super mayor. The city has no money. Millions of dollars. They have nothing. That lawsuits. She shuts off licensing. Let me just stop right there because we're going to get to other issues. But let me just tell you this. Remember this name, Tiffany Henyard. If you have some time, just go to YouTube, go to whatever it is, just watch her, listen to her. You will not believe what is happening. Today's theme is I can't believe they allow this to go on. Okay? That's today's theme. That's number one. We haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet, okay? This is because I go to places and I talk to people and I get a feel for what is it that you find interesting? What is it? And we have this, okay? Now listen to this one. The next one that everybody is saying that we cannot figure out is, where is Kate? This is the best story of anything. And in order to find out, you go to the source. You go to this is Kate Middleton. Kate Middleton. You understand what I'm saying? Kate. Princess Catherine of whatever the hell. I don't even know what it is. Who knows? Sussex, Essex, whatever. I can never get these right. I get the numbers wrong. Edward the Seventh, Edward the Fifth, Charles the Third. Okay. All right. Now, certain things just, you wonder, why won't people just tell us the truth? Why won't Oprah say, I'm on Ozempic? I'm taking a pill. I'm taking a, but they don't. They don't. Headlines. How Harry and Meghan's perfectly timed PR blitz torpedoed William's emotional tribute to Diana. Duchess unveiled TIG 2.0 American Riviera Orchard, just as William took to the stage with emotionally charged Diana's speech. What? Where is Kate? Have you seen anything about Kate, honey? Am I missing something? Nothing at all. Let me just explain this to you. Listen to what I'm telling you. You're missing the point if you don't grasp this. This is unbelievable. Listen to what I'm telling you. She's nowhere. They're just not talking about her. I've never seen anything like it. Where is she? The Daily Mail. This is the official. This is complete BS. The Daily Mail is great, but you can go to the Daily Mail and say, hey, listen, my name is Ivanka Trump. How much will it cost for me to pay? I want everything about my abs, my leg. Can you mention my leg? Mention my legs. How beautiful I am. Okay, right. Will you send your paps? That's paparazzi. Will you send your paps? Okay, I'm going to be on South Beach with Jared. Jared, Anyway, do this. How much will it cost me? Can you do that for me? Can you do that? Hi, I'm Alina Haba. Can you? I don't know if these people actually pay, but if they did, Daily Mail would say, sure, you know it. They will do stuff that is so terrific. They will take pictures of, there's two Obama daughters. And I don't talk about kids, Malia and Sasha, and I never get them straight. One is tall and thin. The other one is, they're fine. But the other day, Malia Sasha, I don't know who she is. And I don't even want to say the shorter of the two. I don't know who they are. But bless her heart, she was walking around and she looked like a bag lady. And it's okay. She's young. And she had a bare midriff and she looked like she really put on a lot of weight. Okay. I'm just saying, I'm just giving you an idea of something. I'm not. And the Daily Mail said, toned abs. I'm thinking, now, how much did this cost you? So, reason why I bring this up is the Daily Mail has apparently been told, don't say anything about this. Let me ask you something. Listen to me carefully. What if all of a sudden nobody knew where Jill Biden was? I know you're going to say, who cares? I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, who cares? Who cares whether somebody, I don't even know who cares? Right? Right? That's what you're going to say. And I don't blame you. You're going to say, we don't care. But no. Somebody would say, well, let's go right now to Pete Ducey. Pete, this is rather odd. We've noticed that it's been a month since anybody has seen Jill Biden. That's right, Steve. You're right about that. Nobody has seen her at all. Nobody. By the way, this is the official Lionel Nation. I've had this thing for so long. And the other day I had used it. And what happens is when the coffee stains, it just looks, it looks like you've never washed it. And I had this and I was doing my thing. And it looked like this thing was about 50 years old, covered in coffee stains. And I like that. It's called a patina of cafe. All right. So if for some reason Jill Biden was gone, people would say, all right, look, where is she? All right, look, we don't care about Joe Biden. Nobody likes Joe Biden. Nobody gives a damn about Joe Biden. Nobody cares about Joe Biden. Where is Joe Biden? Where is she? God damn it, where is she? This is what we say. Let me see if I can explain this again to you. Nobody knows where she is. Kate, they just don't talk about her. I heard something yesterday that says she's under stress. Under stress. Now, of course, our crew says things like, oh, she's dead. There's no evidence of that. Well, she's in a coma. There's no evidence of that. Well, she's just hiding out. She's pissed because of William's affair. There's no evidence of this. You can't base an opinion on something if you have no evidence. You could say, I wouldn't be surprised if, that's my trick. That's my thing. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe, they're saying, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe she was, whatever. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I wouldn't do. So we don't know. But I want you to understand this and listen to me very carefully. You are a sentient human being. You love intrigue. You love thinking. You love ideas. You love thoughts. That's why you're here. There's no such thing as, well, why is this story of interest? The question is, if it's interesting, it's interesting. Either way. Have you seen this wonderful story? Not wonderful, it's a terrible story of the shooting on a New York City subway. Did you see this? And Ian Miles Chong and others are taking the videos of this and actually doing a much better job. And actually a much better job in terms of what exactly happened than what the news is doing. The news is horrible. The news is so bloody horrible. It's not even funny. It's not. I can't even say this enough to you. Let me explain to you something as an aside. Not too long ago, I had the conversation with somebody who was in TV news, local news. And I said something, I must have said something that was problematic. But let me tell you what I said. I said, it must really kill you to be putting out this product because it's not a real product. What? Well, it looks like a product, but it's not a product. It's not a product. No, it's not a product. Well, what do you mean? Well, it's just not a product. I said, imagine if I went to a store, if I went to a McDonald's and I bought the franchise, but I didn't have time to put money into the food. So I created plastic food that immediately said, wait a minute, this is plastic, but it looks like it. What? It looks like the food. That's what TV, news, local, national, cable, status, legacy media, that's what it is. It looks like the news. It looks like it, seems like it, acts like it, but it's not. See what I'm saying? It looks like the news. It looks like the news. It seems like the news. There's an anchor. There's something, I guess. There's a set. There's two people. There's a light. That's the logo. Used to come on at this time. That's the news, right? They're not telling you anything. Something happened. Something happened. Where's Kate? Where's Kate? What's going on with this? What happened in New York specifically with this shootout? Two guys fighting, a Latino guy and a black guy, and nobody's sure. Somebody had a gun. They took the gun. It was a black guy's gun. No. The Latino gun. He took it. Anyway, nobody knows. You know where we go? Ian Miles Chung. We have to go to, Twitter and this. That's where the news is. That's where the story is. Where do you go to have your curiosity sated? This is what I'm talking to you about. Let me go back to where I first started. The greatest story in the world, once you get onto this is the Ozempic. Everybody is on Ozempic and Wegovy. Everybody is taking Ozempic. Okay? Everybody. All the stars. Everybody. And they are lying to you, but well, they work out, this and that. But it becomes a fad. Tiffany Henyard is going to be the Ozempic. It's the greatest story. And just let her run. This would be my normal. This would be my TV station. Ready for this? Tonight, Tiffany Henyard. Wait, Action 12. Action 12. Remember this Action News Center, Eyewitness, Action News. What do you mean Action News? They just came up with a name. Well, I was responsible for the Action News. Action News? What is Action? It's the same thing. It just says Action. You mean you came up with a name? Yeah, I came up with a name. There's nothing different with it. No, it just sounds good. Action. News Center 4. Wow. News Center 9. And that sound good? I would just say, and now here's Tiffany Henyard. And I'd run the tape or whatever the video. And I would say, let's run it again. I wouldn't analyze it. I'd say, can you believe this? Can you believe this? I had a guy years ago when I would do my various TV stuff. He was a great guy. He was in the news. He was in this part. I still don't know what he did. But I didn't realize that all the time when I was talking, he was like to the right of me in this room, and I never even knew he was there. I never knew he was there. And he was in this little chair. Don't ask me why. Please don't ask me why. But he was in this room below me. And one day, after I had done some commentary or something, he sticks his head out, but below. And I'm like, what? Who's this? And he looks at me, after I was done, of course, and he said, quote, can you believe this shit? That was it. I said, that's the name of my show. And I would spell it phonetically so nobody would get upset. Can you believe, B-E-L-E-E, D-I-SHIH. And he loved it. We're laughing. I said, because how can you get upset over me? Like if I wrote, what the fark is this? With an umlaut, you know what I mean? But that's what we say. That's it. That's the essence. It's like, what? WTF is this? How is this happening? Let me also tell you something. Remember something. Remember something. I'm no expert. Raul Rodriguez is. I'm no expert. But listen to me very carefully. When you have somebody lose a lot of weight real fast. Okay? And it's done by a drug. And people are saying, hey, there's a lot of weight loss. And it's good. Remember, if you said, excuse me, hello, God? Yes. Can I ask you a question? Yes. Did you ever design humans to lose weight real fast? Well, yes, but that was in the case of disease. Wasting? Yeah, unfortunately, yes. No. I'm talking about a drug. A what? Well, I've had some drugs. No. You don't understand what I'm saying. I'm not talking about, uppers. I mean, losing a lot of weight real fast. Are you doing this? Yeah. Well, I'm no expert, but be very careful because sometimes God tells you, I don't want you to lose a lot of weight fast. Why? Well, see, there's this thing called, how do I say this? I don't want you to lose weight because I want you to be able to put on weight during famine. I want you to be able to put on weight. And the people that you consider to be fat, they lived during famine. So understand that when you come along and you say, I think ideally that we should perhaps change something aesthetically, remember it's there for a purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, Raul Rodriguez says the news is like the plastic replicas of sushi in display behind the window of a Japanese restaurant. Yes. That have the cellophane on top of it, lest they get dusty. Yes. The news is incredible. The news is absolutely incredible. Let's move on. Fani Willis is still the greatest story because yesterday, and I think you saw this yesterday. By the way, we're changing subjects for those of you at home. Yes, changing subjects. We have different sections. Can you believe the shih? SHIH. That's the name of this. Can you believe this? I've got so much of these things. I heard the other day, I'm not going to mention him, an esteemed legal analyst who I think has completely lost it, who said, hey, we're doing great doing my videos. And he said, yeah, I think Judge McAfee, I don't think they're going to find anybody committed perjury. He's just going to, he's just going to find that Fani is he's just going to say that I just think there's the appearance of impropriety, and he just is like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Let me say this again to you so that you know what to do, because I love you and I tell you the truth. And you come to me and you say, listen to this guy. Can you believe D-I-H, shih, S-H-I-H is a new word. That's a neologism. It's a neologism. It's like the way people pronounce word. Manhattan. Button. Have you noticed this? A long time ago. What's your name? Abraham, Martin, and John. Who? Martin. Is there a T in there? No. Martin, M-A-R, apostrophe I-N, Martin. That's a diphthong, huh? What happened? Where did that come from? Anyway, you've got to understand something, that the story behind her is simply this. This is not a conflict of interest. I say this again. I was on a show recently with it's a show called Redacted. I don't know when it airs, but I find out, with Natalie Morris. Very good. And I said, Natalie, because that's her name, because if I called her Genevieve, it wouldn't make any sense. I said, Natalie, she could have hired her husband had she been married. It would not have been a violation. The only problem is when she lied, and the level of lies and the area of lies and what those lies opened up and what this did to the faith of the trial judge, Judge McAfee. I said, Natalie, that's her name. I said, Natalie, what if, I asked the question, what if she, our friend, what if she had said something to the effect of, or been charged with plagiarism? Let's say she had been charged with some type of financial irregularity, taken out in cuffs and released on her own bond. Would that have is there a conflict of interest? Does she have a stake in the outcome of the RICO prosecution? That's the issue. Let me say this again, because a lot of civilians say, well, she did something wrong. That's not the issue. That's not the issue. Let's assume you catch somebody and he's standing over a body with a gun. There's a smoking gun, literally. There's smoke coming out of the gun. He's going like this. He's going like this. To that thing with the whatever. He's got the thing and he's going like that. And there's a dead body. And people said, I saw it. And it's on video. And there's the gun. And he said, I did it. Okay? Confession, evidence, forensic, eyewitness, body, perfect. And they charge him with arson. And you as a juror are said, I'm going to have you. I ask you as a juror, what do you do? Edie, Beth, Smiling, Porcupine, Ruth, Beth, what do you do? Your verdict is not guilty. Why? There's no arson. Yeah, but he killed a woman. There's no arson. They charge him with arson. I don't give a damn what they charge him with. Well, I do. Do you understand what's going on here? Do you understand what's going on here? So just because you say Fani Willis is a horrible person, she lied about her drugs, she lied about this, lied about the trips, lied about her affair, lied. The issue for you, dear friend, is conflict of interest. That's where this started from. That's where it started. Ladies and gentlemen, Big John joins us. His name is Big John. Little John, Big John. You never hear mid-sized John. He says, you say Jadrul. My father, Flavius and Chitrul, is like tomato. Let me stop for a minute. Big John, thank you so much for this. Let me explain to you one of the beauties about the Italian language and the Americanization of the Italian language, right? There is a word called Jadrul. It means a loser, a bum, and it doesn't mean what you think. It's a derogatory term, and it comes from the word cidrule, which is citrolo, which means fool, and citrulo means cucumber. So jadrul is from citrolo, Citrull, chi. By the way, remember this, dear friends, if you ever lose track of how to pronounce Italian words for C, this is very interesting. Remember this, kakuku chiche. Repeat after me. Ka, ko, ku, chi, che. Ka, ca, kaka. Ko, koko. Kakoku, ku. Cucinello, cu, kakoku. Chi, ci, che, ce. Amici. Ciao. You know that kind of thing. All right. Kakoku, chiche. Sometimes there are words, and how the Italians get these things, I have no idea. There is a word, melanzane. Melanzane is eggplant. There is a word that is used, and you will hear it sometimes on The Sopranos, okay? You will hear a word, it's a pejorative word. You'll call it Moulignon, Mouli. It's like the N word, but it's Italian. Tony Soprano would do it. It was basically is a version of eggplant. And it was believed that maybe it's the color of the eggplant, the dark, I don't know what. but that's a word for it. Okay. Okay. Sicilians growing up, when I grew up, my nonna, not nonna, that's it, that's northern, that's Italian. It's Sicilian, it's nonna. Nonna, we had a relative Nanaranne. I have no idea how to spell it. We had names like these names Salicchia. What? Susupina. There was Frusceddo. These what? Anyway, when we heard melanzane, which is the way the Sicilian pronounce melanzane, it meant breast. Like look at the melanzane, you know, because it was shaped like this. Cipulla was cipolla, which was a phallic reference for onion. I have no earthly idea. So anyway, jadrul, chitrul, there's all of it. But the best, I'm not even going to tell you that. One of my great friends spoke Cantonese, Chinese, not Mandarin, but Cantonese. And he showed some of there was one in particular. This is a word. Listen to this. This is how great they are. This was a word that either meant it was a kind of like a pejorative for gay or a woman who was considered loose, according to his particular vernacular. And I'm not going to do the name because I'm not going to say it right. But it meant polished glass. And I said, how in the hell did you get polished glass from this? And he said, because these people have been hit so many times. You pick the particular area that's been hit, is like glass, has been so polished. I thought that the Germans, Weltschmerz, Rob Emfield says, I was a hand fart virtuoso when I had 30 years of age. I had carpal tunnel surgery, which ended my career. My hands can still sing, but just the chorus. I think you know this. This is, wait a minute, hang on. You don't understand. There we go. Sometimes you can get, based upon the temperature, the tackiness, like if you use baby powder, it won't work. This is perfect. And people will say that is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard of. And they're laughing. Okay. But thank you for that. So that's the word jadrul. Okay. I find language absolutely fascinating. The other night we were about a month ago, we were at an event and they're giving out awards. And every time somebody said amazing, I go like that. Everybody go like that. This is the most amazing. You know, I met some amazing people and it was amazing. This was amazing. That's right. Amazing. Amazing Grace. Amazing. For some reason, amazing. Remember a while back? Everybody's, that's hysterical. No, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. And Louis C.K. doesn't worry, but you have to say that's hilarious. But you have to do it with this flat affect. Dub right side says, do you think the team using the 17th letter of the alphabet to wrap themselves and Trump are currently at work or just conspiracy theories? I have no idea. By the way, there's no conspiracy theories. You know, there's no conspiracy theories, right? You understand that? There is no conspiracy theory. Hey, let me try this again. A conspiracy theory means either a theory as to how something was a conspiracy or a theory. I don't really know. If I am working on something, listen, your mother and I are working on something. It's your brother's birthday. And we're going to have a Christmas, a surprise party for him. We're going to meet at a Chuck E. Cheese. I know he's 48 years old, but it doesn't really matter. And we're going to meet, and I'm going to lure people in. He doesn't know this, but he thinks he's going to pick up his grants, but he's not. It's going to be a party for him. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's called he doesn't know something. It means I'm doing something. When people say, well, where's the conspiracy theory? Where's Kate? It's not a conspiracy theory. No, where's Kate? Now, if you want to talk about the people, well, who would be involved in her disappearance? Okay, maybe we're talking conspiracy theory there. But let's once and for all, I want everybody to say, there's no conspiracy. I didn't even know where these things were. Somebody was saying that I'm always checking. Somebody said, who was it? Megan, I guess Megan Kelly said that Katie Britt would be a perfect person for Trump. Who believes that? Katie Britt for vice president? Anybody believe that? Are you kidding me? What do they think the vice president is? How about this? Bobby Kennedy, Jesse Ventura, or Aaron Rodgers? What is he serious? No. Is that a conspiracy theory? Okay, let's move that out of the way. Got a lot of stuff's going on here. I'm going to say another story to you, which is the most incredible thing I've ever seen. Okay, here we go. Number one, listen to me right now. Number one issue. I know you're going to laugh at this because you're going to say, I don't understand why this is the number one issue. This is the number one issue. Tiffany Henyard, remember I'm telling you this. Remember. This woman, to call Tiffany Henyard stupid, there's no words. No words. That's another big one too. When somebody dies, oh, you know that the bass player for Dixie Dregs died. Who? No words. That's what you say. No word. I can't breathe. This is when you always overreact to everybody. He was 83 years old. No words. I can't. Well, I'm upset more than you are. No, you're not. No words. No oxygen. I can't breathe. I had to check myself in the hospital. Why? Because there's no words. Because my auto mourn is higher than yours. The loss of this figure, I feel more than yours. So who the hell do you think you are saying that you are mourning? By the way, parentheses, do you know why you watch award shows? To see who's left out of the in memoriam. Mrs. L and I were asking a question. And we said, okay, listen to me. Starting January 1st, your job is to have a running list of everybody who dies. Everybody of note. How did they leave people out? But I digress. An issue that is the most important issue, because remember, you have to ask questions. Why is that so? Remember, why is Tiffany Henyard alive? Why is Fani Willis still in the case? What is going on here? What is going on? How is anyway, here's the new one. How many of you folks growing up ever heard of squatters? Now you did, didn't you? Didn't you hear this? Like occasionally, remember occasionally? Like, hey, you know what happened? Yeah. They went to this, I don't know, it was a storage shed or something, and they found a guy inside. What? Yeah. He's a squatter. Remember that? It's just the squatter. One person. Remember that? You very rarely. What? Well, they got him out of there. They did? Yeah, they got him out of there. He had some deed or something. They kicked his ass out. They threw him out. What? You have a deed? What are you talking about? Have some lease? They threw his ass out. The police, like that. Boom. Remember that in the old days? Remember that? I did. Hey, you cannot get out of here. I got a deed. Get the hell out of here. Are you the owner? Yeah. Do you have a lease? No, get out of here. That's the way we did it, right? Am I missing something? I'm a lawyer. I understand this. Excuse me, I have a lease. Yeah, good. Okay, good. I've got another lease too. I've got a warrant for your arrest. Officer, I have a warrant that cancels your warrant. What? Yes, I went to Kinko's and I have it here. Get the hell out of here. No, you get the hell out of here because my warrant cancels your warrant. I went and I have this document that cancels your warrant. It makes no sense. John McQuarrie says squatters in my time were more or less related to land, not homes. Yes, there was something called adverse possession. Well, now there's this story, and I happened to walk by, and we were kind of going through different things. Mrs. L's checking this, I'm checking this, and I walk out, and there's Steve Ducey. Steve Ducey. He must walk in the morning and said, "Good morning, hello, how are you? Ainsley, good morning. Yes, well, here I am again, making my $50 million. Acting like a dumbass here at Fox News. Let me see. Here we go. What's the story? Oh, good. Yes, squatting. Yes, I can do this. Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay, people, places. Let me get into character. Hold it. There we go. That's more like it. Good. I've got it. Good. And let's go right now to Steve Ducey with the story. That's right, Amy. There's a guy who went into somebody's house and he didn't own it. And he was called a squatter. Why is it a Brooklyn accent? I have no idea. Anyway, that's Steve Ducey. I don't understand. You mean to tell me he does? And Steve, he doesn't live there. I'll be a son. Okay, I don't get any of this stuff. I don't get it. Adverse possession is another story. Anybody know what adverse possession is? Adverse possession. Let's assume you have your property, okay? This is your property and this is your neighbor's property by deed or by survey or whatever it is. And you, interesting, decide that you are going to build a vegetable patch or put up a wall or a driveway. And you just do it. And you've been doing this, and your neighbor has not said anything. But there you are, and you're going over there, and you're pulling your rig in your boat. By the way, people who park boats and big campers at their home, I hate them. This is why HOAs are up. People who have a boat covered, or there's this place not too far from where Yogi Berra lives, the fork in the road. It's in upper Montclair, right? And it's the most, this one house is one of the most beautiful houses you'll ever see. And right next to it is this house with this car that's just abandoned in the grasses. I don't even know what that, anyway. So let's assume after 10 years or whatever it is based upon your state, it's open, notorious, hostile. Not that you're like this, but you're saying, hey, world, this is me, without color or title, and you have not been given permission, and you go and you redeed your land, and you say, I can prove that I have been here for 10 years or 21 years or 12 years or whatever it is, and it's redeeded, and that is now your property. That's adverse possession. And that's because the law always wants to quiet titles. We don't like things hanging around. Real property is really interesting stuff. Law school stuff. Not buying a house and closing, but the legal stuff. The legal is so interesting. It's all common law. And anyway. Now, by the way, let's say after 10 years, let's say on the 9th year, 364 days. You've got one more day for you to claim open, adverse, notorious, without color of title. Your neighbor comes on and says, hey, Bob, yeah, it's okay that you built that. I let you do it. I've just consented. I just killed your case. That's it. Because it's not open. Now it's a license. I can let you do that. I can let you. That doesn't give it to you. Oh, yeah. If I can say, by the way, Jerry, I'm changing the names now. You can, if you want, you can use half of my backyard and use it as a whatever it is, store things. I'll let you use it. It's not your property. I'm just letting you use it. It's a license. You're a licensee. I'm a licensor. Anyway, so that's kind of that. The first thing I would do, it's the easiest thing. I'm going to say, I'm Mayor so-and-so. And we're going to have an emergency court. I talk to the chief judge in every circuit or whatever you do. We have an emergency court 24/7, late at night, like night court. We used to have night. I don't even know if they have night court here, but they had it 24/7. They had court arraignments and all that. You go before court. The judges aren't going to like it, but like anything else. And immediately you go before a court and you say, Judge, this guy is in my house. And the judge looks at me and says, okay, I got this. And they're claiming color of title, or they're claiming a lease, or do you have the lease? Yes or no? No. Better yet, excuse me, are you the owner? Yes. Did you give this person a lease? No. That's it. It's the most stupid thing I've ever seen. Imagine being a police officer, showing up somebody's home, and there's a burglar, and you walk in, all right, freeze. And somebody says, excuse me, I live here. What? Well, I just started. I'm a squatter. You don't have to be a squatter for particular. Wait a minute, what? I live here. I have a deed. You also have you remember the old days in cartoons, they wore the mask? Remember that mask and that kind of Andy Cap hat and the stripe? It was where you can always tell that's the burglar or the robber. That's the guy. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world. Can you tell me why this is so? Can you tell me? Can you explain this to me? No. Let's go back. Let's recap. Where's Kate? I don't know. Tiffany Henyard? I don't know. That's the best story there is. Tiffany Henyard is the best story there is. I'm telling you. How is she in office? I don't know. What? There is a meme that is going around, which is so a meme. I love the way you kids call things memes. And there is a meme which is so good, and I wish I could show it to you, but I can't. But I want you to imagine something. You know that what do they call it? NPCs? What is it? NPC? Is that a non-person, non-player character? You know, that kind of a grayish. There's a particular style, and these memes, by the way, are so good because they have completely supplanted that of the erstwhile. What am I trying to say? Cartoonist. First, I hate people doing this. I can't show you this. First one, guy's got a mask, wearing it, of course, below the nose. My poor wife will tell you. I know. I said, what's with the mask? I know. Honey, why has he got a mask? I don't know why he's got a mask. It's the most stupid thing. I know. It drives me crazy. And especially, it's always somebody 400 pounds to say, you're really worried about it? Anyway. First pain. First, 3 pains. First one. Guy has a mask below his nose, which is for breath. Maybe that's good. And he says, quote, whoever thinks the government can be overthrown with a militia doesn't know how tanks and jet fighters work. Have you heard that? Me too. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You and your militias, you and your guns. Yeah, you and your, hey, you believe in the Second Amendment because you're going to stop the, try stopping the 82nd Airborne. Try stopping the 1st Marine Divisions. Try stopping SEAL Team 6 or 5, whatever the hell it is. Try that one. So here we go. Quote, whoever thinks the government can be overthrown with a militia doesn't know how tanks and jet fighters work. Second pain. Smart citizen says, but you claim the government was almost overthrown on January 6th by unarmed people merely walking into a building. Third pain, anger, frown marks. But you claim the government was almost overthrown on January 6th by unarmed people merely walking into a building. Here's the next one, my friends. And I'm going to tell you, look, just do me a favor and just stop this. Okay? Stop it. By the way, Edie says, I'm something of a polyglot. learning Italian by Fellini movies and listening to opera. You know what? That's important. But remember one thing, Edie. What is going to be your dialect? That's the thing. Speak the way they speak, the way Johnny Agnelli speaks, and you'll never hear it anywhere in the real world. You'll never hear anybody speak so perfectly. One of my favorites, I remember I taking Italian in college, and I remember this one expression, dal dire al fare, c'è di mezzo il mare. From saying into doing, there's a sea in between. From saying you're going to do something. But there is the dialects, Sicilian. You ever heard this Sardinian, Northern, Southern? It's to be able to hear, and different ways of. Remember, I said something one time. We had this Professor Irado, and I said something with a Sicilian dialect. He goes, "You speak like you're in a cave." He thought the Sicilian dialect was the most disgusting. Whenever you want to hear something, when you hear somebody say babbo, babbo is daddy. Words that end in u are Sicilian. Babbo is stupid. And there's this way of babbo. It's you going, que babbo, idiot. Baba would be her. There's this wonderful idu, que bedu, beddu. That's this classic Sicilian. Classic. It's this, there's this word, there's this wonderful, this testa destra, pasta pasta, idu, salicchio, taleadoco, idu. You know, that kind of, there's this wonderful menacing. And the beautiful parts about it is that when you look at how the culture, oh, by the way, remember, the more south, the more red, the more south. Up at the top, Yugoslavia, hey, creams, that's not down here. Some of the best food, some of the most incredible people, plant-based. Want to go to a restaurant? Italian food is fantastic. If you can tell them to lay off the oil, but the broccoli rabe, marinara sauce with mushrooms and pizza without cheese, beautiful. Anyway, enough of that. Now, I'm not done because I want you to learn some stuff. I don't know where the hell I was, but let me just say something to you. Please listen to me very closely, my friends. The January 6th story is such crap. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Okay? Ridiculous. I love to watch these. You know the guy Sean Murphy, what's his name is? Don Shipley. Did you ever watch that? Besides, hey, shipmate. I love the show. He calls these people and they're wearing the hat like this, you know, I'm a SEAL. I don't think so. Then Don and his wife, Carol, they call up and say, hey, shipmate, what was your buds class? When he looks at the camera, I love this. I watch this all day long. And Don Shipley is a SEAL, a Navy SEAL, and he has a special list of everybody who has ever been a Navy SEAL since they were called frogmen and underwater teams, and then they were Kennedy's called them. Kennedy company. Anyway, he knows everybody, and he always had, what's your budge number or UDT number? What was it? And can you name anybody in your outfit? No. Who was your commander? No. And he calls these people up, and I love this. Hey, shipmate, yeah. Were you a SEAL? Well, I sure was. What about your records? Well, those are classified, always hidden. And when he gets to the part where he says, well, what if I told you you were class 124? Well, that's interesting. They graduated in 1973. You're how old? Anyway, yeah. Who? Wait a minute, breaking Fani news. Hold it. Can remain on case. I told you this. This is live, friends. This is live right now. 890. Hang on. Fani case. Fani Willis. Can remain. That's it. I told you. Let me see. Let's just verify this. Remember, I told you this. Fani, hang on. I said Fani hearing. Come on. Breaking news. 902. You just heard this. You just heard this. Come on. You heard this. See what I do? See what I do? You see how much you need me? You see how much you need me? I was walking this. Remember, we just got started with this. Remember, I told you this. I told you even before. Doesn't matter. Not disqualification. Maybe something else. She stays in the case. The Fani is seated. Very good. Pirino fanculo. I love that buffalo. Va. Va. Fanny, Bo Banny. Thank you, Wiley. Thank you for that. Yes, indeed. The name game. Last night, we heard a song. Mrs. Ellen and I were driving back cross country expressway. That is something. Remember the song Life is a Rock, but the radio rolled me. Remember? Can you sing that? The lyrics are, in any event, I'm sorry, I'm veering off. I'm so excited. We were here. Can anybody verify this? Don't anybody move. Don't anybody move. Don't. Come on, let's see. Breaking Fani news. Let's see. I know I'm right. Oh, here we go. 14 minutes ago, Fulton County DA Fani Willis. This is according to NBC News. Case. Fulton County DA Fani Willis' case against Trump can continue if she or personal prosecutor Wade remove themselves. That is the most stupid thing, but that's okay. He's done. He is so. Trump co-defendant Roman accused Willis of misconduct for her clandestine relationship with Nathan Wade, whom she appointed as special counsel. That is the most stupid case. According to this, a Georgia judge ruled that should not be disqualified from prosecuting the racketeering with one major condition. Fulton, he said, the appearance of impropriety brought by romantic relationship with special prosecutor should result in either Willis or her office leaving the case, or just Wade, who she'd appointed to. That's stupid. The choice is likely to be an easy one. If Willis were to remove herself, the case would come to a halt. She's done with this. He's not doing anything. This is that. You know what? That's actually very Solomon-esque. He did something to show, like, well. The judge also said there was no conflict brought about the relationship, a finding that would require Willis to be disqualified without sufficient evidence that the district attorney acquired a personal stake in the prosecution. That's what I told you. Or that her financial arrangements had any impact. Okay, fine. But this, meanwhile, Terrence Bradley, what about him? You'll never see him again. He'll be like Paulie. Unbelievable. I love this. I'm reading this very carefully. No. Let me ask you, and you were here when it happened. Do you think about this? You buying this? No. It's ridiculous. It doesn't even matter. This point, and you know what Nathan's saying? Great. I'm out of here. I don't need this. I already made my $1 million. Get me out of here. Jay, love you too. He's thinking to himself, I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm through. I am done with this. See ya. Keep it. I don't want this. And it makes so, but I wish. So I guess now Judge McAfee's going to say, oh, by the way, the woman who answers your phone, the receptionist, this is your cousin, right? You got to get rid of her. You got to get rid of her. What? Nathan's just sitting there. He's not doing anything. He's not involved in this. He just works in the office. What if she's stooping somebody else? What if right now, as we speak, let's assume she's stooping somebody right now and actually finds out about that? What if Terrence picks it up and says, listen, by the way, there's another one. Yeah. Ask him, the copy boy. Yep. Asking him. She's doing it. I got him. I see it. They're going to what? Do it again? Another motion to disqualify? They got to fire him now? It doesn't make any sense. Nathan Wade had nothing to do with, he didn't do anything. The real, John Floyd, I believe, is the real guy behind it. He's the real person. Oh, isn't this wonderful? Aren't you glad to be a part of this? This is the most ridiculous case. It doesn't matter. Think about this. Are you following this? She has to fire him to stay on the case. What if she says, no, I'm leaving. The best is, no, Nathan, you stay on. What? No, you stay on. I'm not doing anything. Precisely. That's the most ridiculous thing. Come on. Do you think, seriously? And do you know what's happening right now? Do you know what Merchant is saying? Do you know what Ashley, she's thinking, oh, come on. That's going to solve it? You think this was about Nathan? Do you think that the perjury, the lying, the keeping cash, that all this stuff? And by the way, the newest thing, the newest issue, the newest story is what's happening with Jim Jordan. Oh, yeah. That's what I say. That's right. You know what I think, Judge? That's right. Put that down. Madam Stenographer, Madam Court Reporter, read that back. How do you spell that? P-F-G-H. Think about this. Spell this. Come on, you can do it. Broughton can do it. Cliff can do it. Scarlett can do it. Edie can do it. I know our den mother can do it. Lizzie Solak. All right, dear friends. I called that Wade would take the fall and that Fani would remain standing. Take the fall? That's like, okay, we're going to fire Terrence Bradley. He's not even on the case. Neither is Nathan. Nathan's just sitting there. Nathan's just sitting there. He's bring in the receptionist. She's not in there too. She's okay. I mean, I'll work for it. And Nathan says, I'm out of here. This is great. Do you understand this? That's not what this was about. It was about Fani. And do you think that all of the problems and all of this nonsense that is a part of this is somehow this? Oh, please. I'm going to do a video, a special one. I love you, dear people. You are fantastic. Honey, thank you for that. Wasn't that exciting? Wasn't that a fun? See that? She's paying it. She's my rock. She's my rock. So, Jay, thank you. John McGuire couldn't get higher. Thank you so much. Dub Rightside, Edie Crowley, Rob M. Field, Big John, and Raul Rodriguez. And by the way, remember, Tiffany Henyard. If you're in the John, if you're driving, if you got your phone, you just want to spend some time, a little reverie, put on Tiffany Henyard speaking about anything, and you will say WTF, and I think you know what that means. All right, dear friends, we love you. Today I'm going to be doing another 4 o'clock early. I think earlier we have an engagement. This week's been a lot of engagements, and I'm going to make it. I'm going to do it. Tonight's the last engagement. Huh? For this week. Oh, I can't do these evening engagements anymore. Gino says, basically, the judge ruled that a conflict of interest exists, although that has never been alleged. Perjury, kickbacks, witness tampering, jury influence, but not a conflict. No, he said there isn't. Yeah, I love this. Saul Goodman says, so perjury is cool. No, let me read this to you, dear friend. And by the way, thank you for this. He says here, the judge also found there was no actual conflict brought by the relationship, a finding that would have required Willis to be disqualified, without sufficient evidence that the district attorney acquired a personal stake in the prosecution or that her financial arrangements had any impact on the case. The defendant's claims of the actual conflict must be denied. Oh, for the love of Pete, as we say. You know what we're going to do? I think I'm going to do something different. You know what I'm going to do? Oh, Cobb says, yep. What a week. What a week. Sean Martin, you're right. You're right. Wild Bill says, well, I'm angry. God damn it, I'm angry. Well, you should be angry. You know what I might do, believe it or not? I might stop this one, take a breather, do some research, and do another live one right off the bat. Do another one. Because these lives are terrific. I think that's what, thank you, honey. Mrs. L says she approves it. And that's all that matters to me. That's all that matters to me. All right, dear friends, we love you. Don't ever change me that sincerely. We're going to continue this. I'm going to get some insight into this, find out what's going on, read it, and Smiling Sue says, I miss your 7 p.m. No, Sue, I know. I miss it too. This week I've got this. Oh, and I wish I could tell you why I'm not doing it. But the people who would hear what I feel about what I'm doing. It's actually Mrs. L. It's her warriors, and I'm a dutiful husband, and I'm helping her, and I'm going to do that. I appreciate that. But between you and me, I used to be when I was younger. Oh, I was a belle of the ball. I'd love to go out. That's that. Now it's like I know. I'd rather talk to you. You know why? Because you're demented. All of you. You too, Demetrius. All right, dear friends. We love you. We'll be back. So by the way, make sure you what am I trying to say? Make sure you subscribe and make sure you stay tuned because we'll be back shortly after I reconnoiter. All right, friends, remember the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. Ta-ta, and see you shortly.